Beijing right now is a lot of athletes who will not want to be around a Russian delegation. They won't necessarily refuse to be on the podium with them, but actually it's got massive potential to attract them again. There are so much more serious issues on at the moment than how athletes feel in the village, but it's really hard to see how they can find their way out of this. Except with the doping scandal, Russia will not be the only country that was involved in that, and we could spend the next 45 minutes discussing the doping issues. But for my human level concern for the Russian Paralympians is they don't earn any money. Being a Paralympian is a slight chance at a bit of a better life. Life for disabled people in Russia is pretty hard, and this is their only chance to sort of try and claw their way out of a really difficult life. So on a human level, I have sympathy, but actually in terms of politics, I'm afraid that I don't. The athletes, if it was a game of chess, the athletes are the pawns in the game.
It's great to hear your views this morning. Thank you so much. That's Baroness Tanni Grey-Thompson talking to us live in London.
And we expect an announcement.
I'm not talking to anyone.
Athletes are able to take place in the Winter Paralympics.
No.
Start on Friday. I think the earliest we'll get that is 11 o'clock today, but it could take a few hours after that. But we'll bring you that, of course, across the BBC, and you can follow what's happening in Ukraine on this programme until 9:15, and then right throughout the day on the BBC News channel and the main BBC bulletin.
Now at 7:51, it's time to go to Carol. How's the weather?
7:51.
Good morning, both. It's been quite a bleak start to the day across many parts of the country this morning. It's cloudy, we've got some rain. All of that is spreading northwards. And in addition to that, if you're in South West England or South Wales,
breakfast
some
coming.
quite dense fog which will move
Poppins.
into the cloud and also some hill fog. You can see the area of cloud that is steadily moving northwards, bearing that rain. And out towards the west and the Atlantic, we've got another weather front coming our way later on. That too is going to bring in some more rain. It's quite a blustery day wherever you are today, and the wind's picking up later on around the Irish Sea, the Isle of Man, and also western Scotland. But it's across Scotland that we've got the coldest start, minus 9.1 in Aboyne this morning, so widespread frost. But here you'll hang on to the sunshine for the longest. For Northern Ireland, England, and Wales, we are looking at a fair bit of cloud, some rain, which is mostly light and patchy, and also some drizzle, and that will eventually get into southern and central Scotland as well. Temperatures 6 to about 11 degrees. Now, through this evening and overnight, eventually the rain does get into the far north, and here's our second weather front coming in from the west into Northern Ireland and western parts of Scotland, England, and Wales. Not as cold in the north as last night, but nonetheless, we're looking at overnight lows between 3 and about 8 degrees. So, here's our front for tomorrow. It's slowly going to be pushing eastwards through the course of the day. So eastern areas will actually have a brighter day than today. But in the northeast, once again, it's going to be fairly blustery. And our weather front in the west still producing some rain as it very slowly meanders towards the east. So some late afternoon sunshine in Northern Ireland, western Scotland, West Wales and southwest England. Temperatures 7 to about 12 degrees, again, north to south. Now, as we go through Thursday night and into Friday, our weather front doesn't make huge progress towards the east. But out towards the west, you can see that we are going to be much more settled. It will be brighter in western areas on Friday. We'll see 1 or 2 showers on the very highest hills. They could prove to be wintry, but we hang on to the cloud and the rain, especially so across eastern England. Not much in the way of wind, 7 to 10 or 11 degrees will be the maximum temperatures. But eventually, we do say goodbye to that weather front, and as we head into the weekend, high pressure very much with us, things settle down, but it's not going to be a blue sky weekend in terms
High
of
pressure
the weather. We're
with
looking at
us.
a fair bit of cloud at
Whoa.
times. There will be some glimmers of sunshine, but until that weather front fades, we will see some spots of rain as well, especially in the south. Temperatures 7 to about 10 degrees, so more or less round about where we should be at this time of year.
That's great to know, Carol. Thank you.
We are trying to bring you up to date with the very latest that's happening in Ukraine this morning. We know that people are turning on the TV all the time, and the ongoing conflict has forced many families to be separated. But there's a dad from Merseyside who's just been reunited with his wife and son after he travelled from the UK to Ukraine to be with them.
Ian Umney filmed parts of his journey. Let's take a look.
So I'm here at Manchester Airport, heading to the gate, and then on the flight into Krakow. At airport in Krakow, there's a train to the city centre. Next stop will be border. So I made it successfully into Ukraine last night, and now we're just approaching the outskirts of Lviv. Now I'm on the train. It's an overnight train, so it will take all night. I should be in my wife's city within 12 hours. Guys, I made it. Yeah, it's been a long time, but I'm finally here.
Well, you saw there Ian filming part of his journey, and he joins us now in the southeast of Ukraine to get the very latest. Ian, thank you very much for being with us this morning. So we saw you there sort of making your way. What is the current situation? Tell us. I know we're not going to give you precise details of exactly where you are, but what are you seeing and what are you hearing from where you are?
So we're not seeing much activity military-wise. We are hearing multiple times a day we have some air raid sirens go off, so we have to take shelter. But for the most part, this city is operating as normal. And what I would like to do over the next day or two is to ascertain exactly the state of the city, what the defences are like, and to see how I can help possibly.
Talk us through your thinking as to why you decided to make that journey. Because I would imagine that you probably had family back here in the UK who were saying this isn't the right time, even though you want to be there with your family, you've got to be safe.
Everyone in my family and my friends said not to do it. They said, wait, let's see how it progresses. But for me, as a husband and a father, it was out of love and anger, really, that drove me to come here. Love is not going to be separated by war.
And give us we saw you on those trains and the long journey that you went on. I'm sure you sort of met people along the way, and you get a feeling, don't you, for the atmosphere of the country that you're in at that time. How did it feel as you approached Ukraine? Does it feel different there? If you can, give us a picture of it.
So as I approached the border, I saw the women and children lined up. It was 1 o'clock in the morning, it was cold, and they were huddled outside the passport control. And for me, coming into the country, that's the first thing I see, and it was quite an eye-opener. But then as I progressed through the country, the support online and from the people in the country is through and through. And I was offered things I didn't have, like cash. It's very hard to get the border, so I was given cash. I was given lifts here and there. So I was very lucky to meet the right people in the right time.
And I don't know what the answer to this is here, but how do you feel? We've been speaking to lots of people in Ukraine over the last few days. I spoke to a mother and a son yesterday who say they've been following the government advice on how to make Molotov cocktails, and they've been preparing for conflict. Is that something that you've gone through in your own mind about what you might do and what you might have to do to protect your family?
100%. I would do anything I can to protect my family, and it needs to be Ukraine itself. So I'm not here just to spend time with my family, but I'm here to ensure their safety and also the safety of the city and Ukraine itself. So if I have to make Molotov cocktails or if I have to do something else, then I'm 100% willing to.
Okay, well, I see you're a busy father this morning as well, so we'll let you crack on with your family, and please do take care of your children and your wife as well, and stay safe as best you can. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Lovely to talk to you as well. Thank you. It's Ian Umney who's joining us live from Ukraine this morning. And if you are, I know you might just turn on your TV if you're wondering what's happening. Just to bring you some of the headlines that we know from this morning. At least 21 people were killed and 112 people wounded in the shelling of Kharkiv, which is the second largest city in Ukraine. That is according to the city's mayor.
Yeah, these are the facts that we know, as we've been explaining to you. It's, we've been very careful about what we're sharing, aren't we? So when we can establish the facts, we can also tell you reports of a new rocket attack in Kharkiv that struck the building in the regional police department in that city. And we know that Russian paratroopers have also landed there in an effort to take that city. That's according to Ukraine military this morning.
And we've been regularly updated by James Reynolds here in the studio as well, who takes a picture of the Ukraine map and shows you where those Russian forces are making headway. One particular area is in the southern city of Kherson, where there has been intense fighting overnight as well. It seems that's probably the place in the last 24 hours at least where the Russian army have made their greatest gains into Ukraine.
Do stay with us, the very latest headlines are coming right up.
Storytelling is the best medicine you can have.
Something which belongs to all of us.
public spectacles that reflect society.
Dancing can be seen as a resistance.
It is only possible to live as long as life intoxicates us. It's what sustains us as a society. You're literally lifting yourself out of the mire of the ordinary. There's nothing else. Nothing. That's why I'm so obsessed with my identity and my culture and get addicted to it now.
Dynamic performances, Sundays on BBC 4 and iPlayer.
They're not